The richest man in history, Mansa Musa. Seating on his horseback himself, he was leading 60,000 men on foot, all inspired by his dedication, power, and wealth. 12,000 of those men were carrying 4-pound bars of solid gold while wielding golden staffs and dressed in high-quality silks and brocades. His name is Mansa Musa, and he was fortunate enough to inherit a moderately valuable kingdom. However, it was his deeds, his ambition to hoard gold, and his trade and expansion talents that revolutionized his country and turned him into a genuine emblem of elitism. Mansa was often known by an alternative name, Musa I of Mali. He was the one who ruled the Mali kingdom. The legendary Musa ruled the empire from 1312 to 1337. With a population of just under 20 million, Mali is the 8th largest nation in Africa, yet 700 years ago it looked completely unrecognizably distinct. In the Musa era, Mali was absolutely enormous as it spread across what is now known as Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea, Nigeria, Chad, Mauritania, and Burkina Faso. Thus, Mansa Musa's empire was one of the biggest in the world at the time from a geographic perspective. It is said that if you tried to walk from one end to the other, you would have been on your feet for an entire year. Mansa Musa's actions during his brief reign were largely responsible for permanently preserving this long-extinct civilization in history. But just what set Mansa Musa's rule apart from that of the other emperors who came before and after? Although he had not ruled for a longer duration, his influence was profound. When Musa came to power in 1312 and hit the ground running, quickly laying the groundwork to develop cultural centers. He hired renowned architects from the Middle East and Africa to create focal points in what would soon develop into burgeoning cultural and economic hotspots. For start, he expanded the city of Gao, which still exists today in Mali. The Gao Mosque was built using burnt bricks and a material that had never been used in that area before. However, this was just one example of other several innovations of Musa. But the infamous city of Timbuktu was unquestionably his most well-known creation. The foundations for what would eventually become Sankara University were among the projects he commissioned, along with mosques and residential structures. By the end of Mansa Musa's rule, the university was said to become fully staffed, housing the largest collection of books in all of Africa. Thanks to his initiative and willingness to facilitate trade, which fueled the fire, and Mansa was able to transform the Empire of Mali into a cosmopolitan center of learning and culture for the Islamic world. Timbuktu, one of northern Africa's most significant spiritual and commercial towns, was at the heart of this world. Musa's role as a leader was unplanned. The only came into power because of the mysterious disappearance of the previous king, Abu Bakr II, at sea after embarking on a massive fleet to explore the Atlantic Ocean. Undoubtedly, Mansa Musa transformed the cities and powered a civilization, but that's not the true reason why he is famously remembered. Thanks to his position as king, his name was famously known by millions of people. One particular event and his fame was multiplied substantially. It was his pilgrimage as a devout Muslim in the 17th century year of his reign. Passing through the cities like Cairo and Medina, Musa went on his pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca in 1324. Though he was not alone on his way, he ventured for more than a year. No other hands. 80 camels were lugging heavy bags full to the brim with gold dust, where some weighing as much as 300 pounds. Just to put it into reality and based on the value of the resource today, reportedly each camel would have been holding the worth equivalent to $9 million. On their journey, Musa recruited leaders and teachers in hope of spreading the learnings of his faith. Things didn't end there. It is said due to his freewheeling nature to the hands at gold, Musa on his way gave gold freely with his generosity. In fact, his massive spending and selfless donations sparked a massive decade-long gold recession. Though upon returning to Mali, he soon realized his decision of giving up so much away. Musa borrowed it all back and as a result, directly controlled the price of gold in the Mediterranean region. The Kingdom of Mali was flourishing with significant salt and gold deposits, and who reaped the rewards of those resources. Not only did Musa use it for trade and spend the gold, but also styled it in an elegant way. Back then, besides the mining revenue, the sale of elephant ivory was also one of the major sources of income. Though no one knows the exact figure, but experts and historians have come to a rather narrow conclusion, and it's a lot of money. His net worth has been valued by modern-day scholars to be up to $415 billion. That's about nearly $500 billion. Reportedly, it is more than a GDP of some nations like Norway, Singapore, South Africa, and Hong Kong. The legendary Sultan joins the elite group of the richest individuals in history thanks to that absurd sum. He exceeds infamous American wealth idols like Andrew Carnegie, $372 billion, and John Rockefeller, $400 billion, and he makes some of the richest celebrities in Hollywood seem poor.